Rose had just moved into her new house, a new neighborhood. On the first day, as she walked the streets, she noticed a black cat wandering around. But Rose had a secret. She sold black cats to a self-proclaimed wizard in exchange for money. She didn't particularly like cats and saw an elderly lady by a house gate who appeared to be a long-time resident and surely knew a lot about the area. Rose struck up a conversation with the lady, and at one point, she saw an opportunity to ask about the ownership of the homeless-looking black cat. The lady explained that the cat was a community cat but was special. Nobody could adopt him or harm him because there was a local legend that he was protected by a spirit. Some mediums had even seen this spirit. Rose found this amusing as she didn't believe much in such things. She only sold the cats to the wizard for money. So, she saw an opportunity to make some money and contacted her wizard colleague, asking if he needed any merchandise. He said yes and mentioned that it was fortunate she had reached out because he needed one for a job. Rose then devised a plan to capture the cat without anyone noticing. With the help of a trap, she caught the poor animal, which was then taken to the wizard. With money in hand, Rose returned home with a smile. The next day, in the late afternoon, on her way to the market, Rose encountered the worried elderly lady who asked her if she had seen the black cat. Rose said no, and the lady asked, "He's not with you, is he?" Rose replied, "Of course not. Are you accusing me of something?" The lady reassured her, saying she was just trying to protect her. Rose continued on her way, thinking, "These people are strange, superstitious." On her way back from the market, she saw the old lady crying, surrounded by neighbors who all appeared to be her age. They were worried and asking, "Where is he? Do you know what could happen? Where is he?" Rose found it amusing but pretended to leave for home. Later that night, after watching some TV, Rose turned it off due to a heavy rainstorm that had started. Afraid of her TV getting damaged by lightning, she decided to go to bed and read a book until she fell asleep. Rose had already fallen asleep when a loud thunderclap woke her up. She noticed that the rain had gotten worse, and it was very windy outside. That's when she got a huge fright when she heard a hoarse voice say, "Why?" Rose turned to where the voice was coming from and froze. Standing at the bedroom door, she saw a person. It looked like a tall, thin figure in tattered black clothes, almost like rags. Fear washed over her, and she asked in terror, "Who are you? How did you get in here? Go away, or I'll call the police." The stranger, struggling to walk, seemed to drag its legs. When it got closer to the bed, Rose could see it more clearly. She froze again. It looked like a person, yet not quite. It was deformed and crooked, wearing old, dirty rags that only left its hands visible, thin, long, and twisted fingers. When she looked at the stranger's face, she began to cry in despair. It was horrible, large, red-tinged eyes, a dreadful mouth with dark teeth, and emotionless eyes, except for a sadness in its gaze. Rose asked once more, "Why? Why what?" Rose stammered, "What do you want?" "The animal, why did you do that?" Rose felt a chill run through her body. Nobody had seen her take the cat. That animal was my link to the world. With it, I could feel a bit of what you all feel. I had the sensation of knowing what it was like to be alive. Who are you?" Rose cried, "Stop this. I must be having a nightmare. Who I am doesn't matter to you. I could be an angel, I could be a demon, whatever you wish. But it doesn't matter to me. You took away from me the pleasure of feeling the wind on my face, the taste of food, the feeling of being loved by others, by other beings. Somehow, that animal gave me a little bit of life. Rose grabbed the phone and quickly called her wizard friend, but someone else answered. It was his nephew, sadly informing her that he had suffered a heart attack the previous night. Rose hung up the phone and began to scream desperately, "I'll get you another one. I'll find you another one just like it today." "Things don't work that way," the stranger said. "There are patterns, every being is unique. This animal was only the third living being in my long existence to have this pattern." Rose cried in despair, asking the stranger to let her go as it had done with the wizard. That man thought he was protected by the things he did, but he was weak. When he saw me, in a few minutes, he was already taken. But I noticed a pattern in you, you fit the pattern. From now on, you will be my link to the world. Everything you feel, anything, joy, sadness, pleasure, pain, happiness, I will be there with you to share it. No, please, no. The stranger began to move away, and near the door, it said, "Now it's us." Time passed, and Rose fell into a terrible depression. Everything she experienced, that deformed being was there, seemingly savoring the moments. Unlike animals, which have no malice, the complexity of human emotions meant she shared an infinite range of experiences with the stranger. Even the medicines she began to take were savored by the stranger. Rose hit rock bottom, living doped up in bed, sometimes mentally begging the stranger to let her go. But it refused to lose its connection to the living world, even if it meant Rose would live in that state for the rest of her life.